Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call to order this public meeting of the Board of Johnson County Commissioners on this Monday, December 19th, 2022 at 10 o'clock a.m. If you would and care to, please pray with us, and then we'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Would you bow with me for a moment of prayer, please? Dear Heavenly Father, your name is Jesus, but some will call you Emmanuel, which means God is with us. And we do thank you, dear Lord, for being with us each and every day. And Lord, as we enter this special time of the year, I would just pray that we will remember to go to our knees, bow our heads, and humbly thank you for this great country we live in, for our wonderful families and our faithful friends. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Opening of sealed bids for 2023 aggregate concrete, crushed gravel, hot mix asphalt, and liquid asphalt.
We had two bids for liquid asphalt. The first one is from Marathon Petroleum Company, LP. Their bid amount was $569,400, 569,400. The second bid was from Asphalt Materials Incorporated. Their bid was $749,500, 749,500. And that was for liquid asphalt. Just had the one bid for aggregate. That was from Ward Stone, W-A-R-D, Stone LLC. Their bid was for $68,407.50, 68407.50. Three bids for hot mix asphalt. The first bid was Reith Riley Construction Company Incorporated, RIETH-RILEY Construction Company Inc. Their bid was for $1,144,000 even, 1,144,000.00. Next bid was from Millstone Contractors LP. Plant 11, Indianapolis, Indiana. Maybe it's Milestone Contractors, actually, Milstone Contractors LP. Their bid was $3,039,000, 3,039,000.00.
There is a second plant quote in there as well.
Right, you are. Plant 32 from Milestone Contractors was for $3,063,000, 3,063,000.00. Next one is from Dave O'Mara Contractor, Inc. DABEO' Contractor, Inc. Their bid was $3,097,500. 3,097,500.00. This is for the concrete bid, just one. It's from Shelby Materials, SHELBY. Their bid amount is $293,200, 293,200.00.
So I'd move give him the loop and let him give a review and come back first of the year with his recommendations. Sounds like you've got your hands full here, Luke.
Have a motion and second to give these to the director. Let him go through them and bring them back with his recommendation. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much for those who bid. Appreciate it. Court Services, Community Corrections, Juvenile.
Morning, Damon Cox, Assistant Director for Juvenile Community Corrections, just seeking approval to apply for our 23-24 DOC Division of Youth Services grant.
Second.
Have a motion and second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming in. Parks, approval to apply for festival, country festivals and events grants, Pours in the Park event, Sparks in the Park event, and Rec Fest event.
Kevin Leonard, Superintendent, Johnson County Parks. Yeah, they're just $2,500 each for each grant. For Pours in the Park and Sparks in the Park, we'll be adding those funds, if awarded, will be adding activities for those events. Same with Rec Fest, which will be a new event we're doing in July.
What approved?
Second.
What is Rec Fest?
I was gonna ask.
Sarah, new recreation director. July is Parks and Rec month. So at the end of the month, she's planning an event. I think we're gonna have a 5K run, some type of cruise in, and a concert as well.
Cool. Like it. I hope we keep moving forward on that stuff. Pours in the Park event last year was fantastic. And even the vendors said it was one of the best smaller events that they've been to in a long time. So I think we're moving up and doing some really good things out there. So appreciate that. We have a motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Planning and zoning, approval to accept 2 maintenance bonds for Meadows of Bellevue pending legal.
Michelle Hanser, Director of Planning and Zoning. Before you, I have 2 maintenance bonds for Meadows of Bellevue, Section 1. It is a 3-year maintenance bonds for the public improvements of the monuments and asphalt surface. In conjunction, our department's going to release 3 performance bonds. One being for the monument, one being for asphalt, and then we have 2 other monument performance bonds, the entry, landscape, and the finished grade of the walks that we are also going to release after the approval of these maintenance bonds.
We have someone a member of the public raising their hand.
I'd like to speak to this involvement.
My name is Melissa Gerard, and I'm the entitlements manager with 4-Star. We have 4 bonds, performance bonds in favor of the county that we have sought release for. Those would be performance bonds US 3,642, US 3,892, US 3,897, and US 3,1009 for monuments, entry buffer, landscaping, and asphalt service. We have provided maintenance bonds for 2 of those, and 2 of those, the planning staff has decided that no maintenance bond is necessary. The legal comment that she responds to, while I don't object with trying to comply with her requirement, I am objecting to it as a condition of release of the performance bond. First reason, 2 of these, well, let me tell you what the instance was. We have asked, and I have emails confirming it in January of this year. Number 1, the county does not have a standard in terms of what maintenance bonds or what performance bonds are required. There is no form attached to your ordinance. We have sought to clarify what would be acceptable. Earlier this year, when we were getting maintenance bonds for some other items, our land development people contacted Dick Hoover and have an email from him in January of 2002 that says, make it out to the Johnson County Commissioners. So we did that with the bonds that we posted earlier this year in April. They were made out to the Johnson County Commissioners. We did this bond exactly the same. We found out at 8:12 by email this morning. I'm not even sure when we received it, but the email was sent this morning that the county would like it made out to Johnson County successors and assigns. So really, we're just adding the language successors and assigns. At 8:12 this morning, our bonding company is in Central Time. We can't get that for you. We couldn't ascertain it, but we're going to try and comply with that. That said, that's not a reason to deny the release of my performance bonds. We can get a rider attached to the maintenance bonds that we provided, and we're endeavoring to do that. 2 of the performance bonds do not even require maintenance bonds, so this is not an issue as regards 2 of those. The other remaining performance bonds, as I'm sure your council can tell you, regardless of the fact of whether or not it's named successor and assigns, any legal contract or instrument is assignable as a matter of law unless there's an explicit preclusion of that fact. But regardless, since there is no standard, I have been instructed to return with the hard copies of the performance bonds, and I don't think there's a legal basis to deny me the return of the performance bonds. We would object to a condition. I'm happy to try and comply informally, and I am. We've already sent an email off to Texas to try and get the revised rider on the bonds that we've already submitted to say Johnson County successors and assigns. But in any event, we would respectfully request the release of the 4 performance bonds that staff has repeatedly suggested. There is no basis to continue to hold those performance bonds.
The basis may well be that they're not on our agenda today, and so we haven't the ability to take action.
We don't, so routinely, we don't take the release of the bonds to you guys. We do it administratively, and I have not said that I'm not releasing the bonds. I've even explained it to Kempis, which is with 4-Star, that the legal language that was requested will not affect the release of the base performance bond. So my office has already agreed to release these bonds, and I'm not asking you guys to accept the release. I'm just stating for the fact that we're accepting these 2 maintenance bonds. We're also on the record releasing these 4. So.
We all good with that legally? Okay.
Okay.
Is that understood, ma'am?
Yeah, as long as I can leave here today with my performance bonds, I'm good.
I can't answer that question today, but
I mean, they have.
She's here. Yeah.
Sounds good, though. Thank you.
Mhm. So we're all good, both sides now.
If you're not, say so.
Oh, no. So yeah, all is before you is acceptance of these two maintenance bonds.
Move to approve.
Second,
Have a motion and a second
pending legal.
to approve the
Pending
maintenance
legal, yes.
bonds pending legal.
Don't forget the red.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Surveyor ordinance number 2022-0-27, Johnson County Board of Commissioners for Comprehensive Stormwater Management, second reading.
For the record, Greg Cantwell, Johnson County Surveyor. For the stormwater ordinance, I'm here representing for the second reading.
Any questions?
No, I do want to thank the surveyor, though. He sent me an explanation of the formula that I had some questions on our previous meeting, and I was confused with that formula. And after reading through the explanation you sent, I'm even more confused.
It's drainage
That's-
law.
But thank you anyway for the effort.
That's the way most people like to keep us. It's confused, sir.
I'm gonna move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for your work on this too, sir. I know it was a lot of work. And your staff. Public Safety Communications, approval of approach council for the creation of the Field Services Administrator position and appropriation of funding for said position. And number 2, server upgrade.
Morning,
Aye.
Keith Brandt, one director. Questions?
Yeah, what's a field services administrator?
So there'd be someone to, I provided a job description. It's been sent in, it's been approved and classified. Basically someone to handle some IT work in our center, our specialized systems that we have, but also to manage our all the radio work that we have going on, programming radios and managing our that. I did find out that Greenwood has a person that's been programming radios and handling the police department, fire department radios. That person is leaving, so those radios again are going to fall back onto us as far as programming and stuff goes. Right now, I'm the one doing all that work. I'm the only one certified to do it, so it's a big load of work for me.
So do we get a pay reduction when you come off, quit doing that?
Oh no, then I can focus on other stuff that I need to focus on.
And Heath and I have met and talked about this position. It's been going on 2 years now, probably, that we've been really looking at this, and it's just become, because of the increase in officers and firefighters, and it's just become more and more burdensome for us to be doing all this through just the Heath in what we're doing. So this is a very needed. My question though, Heath, is I know we've been discussing some issues you're having. Will this resolve those issues?
I believe so.
Okay. That makes a big, big difference to me. So. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'd move to approve this additional position.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 2, sir.
Number 2 is when we purchased a new server last year, there was some, I guess, some miscalculation on the size of the amount of disk space that we were going to need for even just running our CAD system that we have on there. And what this will do will increase our space exponentially to where we will have more than enough space to be able to get, because right now we haven't been able to fully migrate all of our systems over to the new system server yet, just because we don't have the space on it. So it's just increasing our space to allow us to fully migrate everything over that we need to get finished.
And I assume these are funds that we have. We just.
Yeah,
we're
this
just
will be coming out of
appropriating those.
1222.
Okay, So we're not asking, he's not asking for more funds. he's just asking-
And we did just get an additional distribution from the state into the 1222, $247,000.
To approve.
Have a motion, and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Heath. Highway, back up.
I think it's a long
This,
list.
yeah, number one's pending legal, number three is pending legal, number two has been pulled. Correct?
Sure. Okay, which one's been pulled?
Number two,
Yes.
Bridge 85, that one is being pulled. I got this text this morning on it.
Maston Highway Supervisor. Yes, the first item on our agenda items is the approval and execution of 2 engineering design and right-of-way services agreements for the Smith Valley Road project. One contract is with Crossroad Engineers for the first phase, which is Mullenix Road to and including Morgantown Road. The second contract is with United Consulting. That for phase 2, that is, runs from Morgantown Road to and including Reston Road over towards State Road 135.
To approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second pending legal. Any further?
The only thing I'd ask is you getting this insurance thing worked out?
It's, everything has been worked out.
Yes.
Okay.
The versions
So
of-
this is not pending legal, or is it?
It's only pending legal that we've sent our final changes to them for their final review, and
We
But it should be-
received the final versions of the contract, but legal will still need to look them over once. But any outstanding concerns have all been addressed or consensus has been reached.
Good.
Motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Next item is recommended award and execution of the contract for our 2022 neighborhood repair contract. Our recommendation, based on the bids received, is to award this contract to Dave O'Meara Contractor. This award would include the base bid plus the add alternate 3. We may modify after execution of the contract, the scope of add alternate 3. So we may approach you with a change order, but as of right now, that is what's included in this contract.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 4, sir.
Next item is ratification of the execution of our NDOT LPA agreement for federal funding for our East Clark School Road and Bridge 103 project. This includes the section of Clark School Road from 750 east to the county line, as well as the replacement of Bridge 103 located just east of County Road 600 East. We've been waiting for this contract for a while so that we could start design. I asked Commissioner Baird if he would go ahead and approve it. Essentially, all this agreement does is allows us to be reimbursed with federal dollars for the design and right-of-way engineering on this project.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further?
About time.
Yeah. I'm glad we finally got something. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries, sir. Thank you.
Last item.
Go ahead.
Sure.
Oh, never mind.
Number 5.
I was looking for it.
This is our recommendation to execute the IC 639 form with NDOT for final acceptance of the Bridge 38 construction project. This project or this bridge was located on Greensburg Road, just east of 700 East. And any outstanding punch list items were addressed by the contractor.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Now I'm done.
I appreciate that. Thanks, Luke. Thanks, Daniel. Under Board of Commissioners, ratification of Indianapolis Public Mass Transportation Corporation CY 2022 grant amendment number 2.
Let's see, anybody's got any questions? I move to approve.
Second. Sorry, I'm sidebar.
You're fine. I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
So it's not.
Motion carries, and we'll pause for just a second. Thanks. Didn't want to
I wanted
confuse
to
it.
ask you a couple of questions before Luke got out of the building, so that was talking about, but he's good. I think we're good.
Okay, so you don't need to ask him. I'll say we can bring him back in if you need to. Ratification of the NDOT Public Mass Transportation Fund Operating Grant Agreement, CY 2023, contract number 69369.
Move to approve.
Second,
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
there could be, but this thing's gonna blow up, so.
Yeah, it's like we say on the legislative committee, we'll wait till it gets to where we need to fight it and
Yeah, it's gonna be there.
go for it from
We'll
there.
get there.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of 2023 contract for Johnson County litigation attorney with Williams Barrett Wilkowski LLP.
Move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We got a bunch, don't we? Approval of Amoresco Inc. Guaranteed Integer Savings Contract Annual Savings Report Year 5, and I think the last year, is it not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Should be 5 year.
It's a 5-year deal, so this would be it. Yeah, move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Award of ARPA grant funds for food pantries or 2 food pantries. Do we want
Come talk to us.
to, do we want to list those?
They had 9, didn't they?
9,
Yes.
yes.
Stephanie Fox with the Johnson County Community Foundation. We helped run the process to accept the applications for the Johnson County Food Aid Grant Program through the ARPA funds. We received 12 total applications. 9 of those were eligible based on the criteria that was set. And I believe Adam has the breakdown of how we want those funds awarded.
I don't think that's
You-
really necessary.
No, the only thing is, I talked to, and Councilman Deere may be on Zoom. I think
Yes.
I think he was hoping that we would use the 34-month average, but ultimately it's up to you guys. So those breakdowns are based either on 34 months or just the calendar year for 2022. So however you guys want to proceed with that.
And
that's how it'll be
2022
broken out.
data was from 10/31, so it's not up to now, it's 10/31/2022.
I have, and I want to thank Adam and Tiffany for working on this and bringing this information to light, but, and I struggled with the formula that we used in the beginning. I expressed that. I don't know how we would do it in a better or more equitable way than what we're currently doing, although just to point out something that we might need to consider if we ever did something likewise. If we take the 2022 10-month numbers and average that out to a full year, and then take that total, that would tell us that 43% of the people in this county are accessing a food pantry. And I find that hard to believe. So I think what we're noticing in those numbers is a lot of these people are going from one food pantry to the next food pantry. And so we're getting duplication, maybe triplication, maybe in this case 9 times the actual number. But again, I don't know how we would separate that. I did call Kim Smith at Johnson County Senior Services and ask her exactly how they track the individuals, and she explained that how they did that, and it seemed to be pretty thorough. But there again, it doesn't preclude someone from going to Johnson County Senior Services or getting services from them and doing some rest. Anyway, having said that, recommend that we do use the 34-month compilation. So I'll make the motion.
Commissioners, Ron Deere here. This is Ron.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just wanted to thank the Gail Richards and Stephanie Fox for all the work they did with my medical emergency. I wasn't able to see it through all the way, but they did an excellent job. And I appreciate what the commissioners are considering and doing and everything that we've worked on this. And just to answer a couple of questions that might be out there, is that the demand is actually 14% higher than it was in 2021. And for example, Interchurch Food Pantry, in their documentation, they talked about 60% increase in demand from people coming to their services. So it's very definite that the need is there. And I'm glad we were able to meet that need this year. And hopefully we consider it in the future for future funding. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you, Councilman Deere. We appreciate that. And there was a lot of work put into this, so I appreciate the work that was put in by Adam, Tiffany, and Ron, and everybody. So appreciate it.
I'm on a second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Does this change your guys' formula in any way? Is it okay with the way they've got it set up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You guys want me to read out, after this passes, me read out the
I think
the
you should.
amounts?
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Uh,
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. You're on.
Okay, so this will just be in alphabetical order. Edinburgh Food Pantry is awarded $1,832.60, 1832.60. Great Harvest Food Pantry is awarded $22,785, 22785.00. Harvest Food Pantry at St. Francis and Clare is awarded $1,195.60, 1195.60. Interchurch Food Pantry is awarded $38,729.60, 38729.60. Johnson County Senior Services is awarded $15,405.60, 15405.60. New Life Fellowship Church of God House of Light is awarded $29.40. Our Lady of the Greenwood Food Pantry is awarded $8,428 even, 8428.00. The Hub at ICC is awarded $6,889.40, 6889.40. And finally, the Refuge Incorporated is awarded $2,704.80, 2704.80.
Thank you. Thank you to all those people chosen in the work you're doing with our community and those in need. It's good to see that we have that many organizations working that hard. So, number 6, resolution 2022 R-8, a resolution of the Johnson County Board of Commissioners concerning authorization for execution of NDOT agreements. And I have just a question on that, because I know that you redid this. Will this cover the other grants and bonds sometimes that I have to do?
Correct. We had done one previously back in 2021 when NDOT sent this to us. It prompted us to review what was done back in 2021, which was fine, but this resolution just makes it a little bit cleaner and more thorough. So this will cover essentially any contract NDOT sends us for grants or contracts. So that requires electronic signature.
Right, and sometimes very quickly.
Correct.
Yeah, because we get them late and then we have to have them in quickly.
Right.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, motion carries. Thank you. Commissioners, 2023 employee appointments, and again, we'll have those read once we approve that list, so everyone is aware.
I move to approve the whole list as presented.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed. Motion carries. Now we can read the list.
Tiffany's on.
Newbie.
Tiffany's
I'm
on.
glad I'm on the list approved. Thank you. These are the 2023 Commissioner Employee Appointments. I'm Tiffany Costley, Assistant County Attorney. I'll read the position and the name to make it easier. Commissioner Chairman appointed Brian Baird. Drainage Board Commissioner seat to Kevin Balls. Plan Commission Commissioner seat to Ron West. County Attorney Adam Gadberry. Assistant County Attorney Tiffany Costley. County Litigation Attorney Bill Barrett. County Coordinator Barb Davis. Highway Director Luke Maston. Highway Engineer Daniel Johnston. Planning Director Michelle Hansard. Weights and Measures Inspector Greg Nelson. Weights and Measures Part-Time Inspector Jerry Napier. Maintenance Director Jason Miller. Emergency Management Director Stephanie Sitching. Animal Control Director Carrie Klotchke. Community Corrections Director Tony Pavanelli. ITGIS Administrator Chris Williams. Museum Director David Pfeffer. Veterans Affairs Director Seneca Harbin. E911 Director Keith Brandt, and Fleet Director Bob Galinsky.
Director Schifting and Pfeffer are going to be offended.
Sorry. Okay.
That would be Sistine Pfeffer.
Let's amend it to that. Thank you.
We set you up for failure.
I figured you'd struggle with a few of those. Anyway, thank you for your service. I mean, that should be award-winning Barb Davis, though.
It's true. It's true.
Now I'm in trouble again. I just can't stay out of trouble. Anyway, thank you very much for the dedication for those employees, and directors, and even Tiffany.
Thank you.
Board appointments, and here we go.
Yeah.
This, this is what we read every year. Alcohol Beverage Commission Board, and not that we, because it's just a,
You're in
it's a
trouble,
lot
Brian.
to doing this. I don't know how to talk my way out. The Alcohol Beverage Commission Board, any of these that we feel need to be tabled, just please say so, and we can move them, so we don't get into an issue.
I would move to appoint William Withers.
We just need one appointment on that, don't we?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
And Bill is on there now.
Yeah.
Seems to be doing a good job from everything that I hear. So
Okay, second that.
have a motion and a second for William Withers as the Alcohol Beverage Commission Board. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Board of Health, here's where we get into the weeds. And I know we've got it.
Hi, Betsy.
She just automatically comes forward on this one because,
We need a little bit of guidance. on
Yeah,
this
there's a
one.
lot of qualifications that go into this, or some really serious qualifications that go into this appointment. And I see that I don't think have that many that really fall under those categories.
These two, Betsy Swearingen, Director of Health Department, the two positions that we have two board members up for reappointment. And they do fit the qualifications that are currently of those two positions. I believe.
Well,
Jeanette
we
and
only
Mary-
see one.
We
that's
only
for
see one
reappointment that's showing on our list. So
we've got a
this is
problem.
where we have.
Okay, we
this
do
is
have
where
a
we have
problem.
issues,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
We've got a problem with Mr. Edsel.
Well, Edsel is currently on the park board. He just can't be on both Board of Health and Parks. So if
He's not currently on my board.
He's
Okay,
not currently
then
on
he
the-
applied, so he's
did.
Xed out. Okay.
So
Well,
who are the two?
So
current?
the two positions that are up for reappointment are Jeanette Etnier, and she was just recently appointed. She took Chelsea Greider's position.
That was the one where you had to do some research. get
Right,
back
and
to us. It went on
she
for a
meets
while.
that criteria. She has the mental health background that fits that social worker position. And then Ruth Freeze is up for reappointment, and they both have said that they're interested in being reappointed.
Ruth Freeze is on our list.
Mhm.
Just to clarify about Tim Edsel, he told me if the board were to appoint him to health, he would resign from park. So he knows he can't be on both. He would prefer to be on health, just throwing that out there. But if y'all did appoint him to health department board of health rather, he would resign from parks.
I think
Um,
they only need the social worker, and I think that's the
Correct.
two, so.
Right.
What was the lady's name that we just?
Jeanette
Jeanette.
Etnier.
She's down here on
Social
she's the purple line.
Oh,
So you-
She's hiding.
so none of us saw that. I'm glad you didn't see that too, Ms. Audrey.
I didn't see it.
That's okay. I don't
Okay,
want to
yeah, I
be the
missed
only
that one.
crazy person.
Sorry,
in the
we've got a
world.
color coded system.
That's
here,
all
and
right.
it's-
Gotcha. Now we're up to date.
Okay, I would, since this board is functioning really good and these people meet the requirements, I'm gonna look to appoint Miss Ruth Freeze and Miss Jeanette Etnier.
Etnier.
Etnier. Okay,
You'd have to see how small this part
this,
is.
yeah, this is pretty small print.
And I'm not gonna put my
No,
reading
it's
glasses
fine.
on and be embarrassed. So we'll struggle.
Do you know Jeanette's
I don't really
party
care.
affiliation?
Democrat.
I can't see anything.
And both of those board seats need to be Democrats.
Mhm.
They both fit that category.
Is there no requirements on this board for parity in political positions, because it's
It is, but the way it's currently set up, that's why it has to be Democrat, just because we're already
It's a-
loaded up on Republicans.
Yeah, it's a apolitical. It's just the way they set the statute, the state of Indiana set it up years ago. Years.
well, the print's pretty small, but I'm seeing 6
Yes.
Democrats and 3 Republicans. Where's the parity?
Well, these are the people who have
Isn't that
applied.
the whole
It
board?
should be,
It's just the people who have applied.
I believe it, Ron, I believe it's 4 and 3, 4 Republicans, 3
4 or 3?
Democrats.
Okay, thank you. I can't hardly see this. I can't see anyway. This is-
You want my tablet on?
Crazy.
I can blow it up. You want to use this?
No,
By blowing up, he doesn't mean blowing up.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a
I-
bomb.
Zoomed in rather.
It's the end of the year.
I will second that motion.
Yeah, for both, did you get to
Yes, I did. Thank
Okay.
you.
Have a motion and a second for Ms. Freeze and Ms. Etnier. Correct. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Yeah, that'd be a little
Opposed?
easier, but you need it down there, don't you?
Motion carries.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, that's done.
It's the end of the year, folks. It's been a long year. Bear with us. Board of Health done.
Thank you.
Buffer zone.
Buffer zone, town of Edinburgh.
I'm going to table that.
Okay. Is that a motion?
Yes, that is a motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to table the buffer zone, town of Edinburgh. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Community Corrections Advisory Board.
I spoke with Community Corrections this morning. Their recommendation would be for Benji Betts.
We just need one for right now.
For educational, correct. The blue section is Benji, then you have your defense attorney, which we just have one, and then
Well, we'll take them one at a time.
Okay.
How's that?
fine with me.
I'd move on the educational for Mr. Benji Betts.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
But this move through these, the defense attorney would be the next one.
Well, these don't expire until February of 2023, so you can.
Well,
Right
we
now.
got, let's look at the defense attorney, because I know Miss Carrie Miles was on the board. She left because she went to work for the prosecutor. So we need to put somebody in that seat, because she has vacated that seat.
So that would be the Mr. Alsop, which is the only one we have.
Yeah, he was at our last meeting and he's engaged and doing a good job. So I would move to approve Brian Alsop
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further?
as the defense attorney.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. So we still have what in coming up in February, we have three or four more appointments.
And do you want to hold on that? Those appointments. We didn't have an educational position filled.
I think we probably should, because as we all know, there's a new bill going through
Yes.
legislation, which I think may hit in January, that may change that board.
Would change that. I know from the educational standpoint, we didn't have anybody setting
Right.
in from the defense attorney.
But if we can wait, I just think it gives us a better idea of where the legislation's thinking of heading. So I guess if that's okay with everybody, so.
I would move to table the rest of the nominations for community corrections.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Excuse me. Convention Visitor and Tourism Board, 3, correct?
Yes.
We have 3 board members.
Two up, Chester Albin, John Wales are for reappointment, if that's our desire. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that are eligible for that position. Any thoughts?
Well, I see Kevin's name here, but I'm not sure how that would work with the park department applying for grants. Is that the same Kevin? Leonard?
Yep.
Yep.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Not sure, that might be a conflict of interest. I don't know. Aside from that, I wouldn't have a problem.
Duct tape, please. I need some duct tape
Duct tape,
for me.
you got double vision too?
Yes, I do.
From looking at that, here, well, look
No,
at
I
this.
don't need it. I'm good. I got these.
We can share
No, I
this.
don't need it. I was talking about for my comments I was getting ready to make.
Oh,
Anyway, I'm stopping.
yeah.
Any
Is
ideas?
there any,
Mr. Wallace?
what's your position?
I know one I would look, I know John Wales is doing a really, really good job on this board. I think Chet's doing, Chet Albin, I'll call him as he is, Chet Albin has been doing a good job. I think, what is the term limits on this?
3 year, I think.
2 years.
2.
3 boards, 2-year terms.
Yep.
I think after the next 2 years, I would look to probably change it up a little bit, get a little bit, I know they've had a little bit of rollover on there,
2 year.
but we need one more. I know Alvy served on there before. I'm not familiar with Mr. Robinette. I do like, I don't know him, Mr. James Coleman, retired Army Sergeant Major.
I think we need to be careful of the requirements in that too.
Okay. Justin Griggs. Michael Berkeley. You know any of those individuals?
I know Justin Griggs.
I would, my opinion would be to put Brian Alvey back on there because of the way that all went down, but we'll leave that to you.
Well, thank you for that. What do you think, Ron? What do you think?
I think Kevin would be a conflict. I really hate to say that, but I just think that would be hard on us as.
Because if he's applying for grants to him, then he'd have to abstain from anything he participated in.
My comment would be is we have some other conflicts that we aren't bringing up on there though. If you look from the other appointments that we don't do, there's some conflict there in those areas. Just I'll stop there. We can table it and think about it. Or we can table it if you want.
Move the table.
I'll second that.
And
This just needs a little bit more
what
consideration.
maybe go ahead and reappoint if
You
we're
could do
gonna.
that. You could table, you could appoint two and then table the third.
Table the third and
You can do that.
go ahead and appoint, because they will need that board. We'll need some board membership
Yeah,
there.
I'll go ahead and do Chet and John Wales.
And then we'll
And
table.
we'll hold on the third one.
Yeah, okay, second.
Have a motion and a second for Chester Albin, John Wales, and table the third appointment on this. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Drainage Board.
We'll table that. I would like to table that, please.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to table. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carries. And I also see in red on G to table that one. Is that still?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Motion.
To table the impact.
Johnson County
fee.
Impact Fee Review Board.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carry. You know, we're just moving problems into January, right?
There's a couple of things that need to happen on that.
No, I'm just. I'd rather
Tackle
be
some of it today.
first of the year. Anyway. Plan Commission. Any objections, any choices there?
Ron?
That's your baby.
Well,
That's your baby.
I got Ron written right in my line item.
I really don't know the other two. Although Charlie Canary and I don't see eye to eye very often, Charlie does bring an awful lot of experience to that board with his years on the council and being involved in a number of government entities. Unless somebody has a crazy thing, I'm really going crazy over here. I got it. Anyway. Does anybody have a recommendation?
You know, the one thing I pushed for years is, some of these boards need to be shaken up instead of the same. We've got good application process. We've got a lot of good candidates coming to a lot of these boards. And if we continually reappoint the same people to each board,
Yeah.
and I'm saying that in general over the whole thing.
I'm gonna move to table this one, and I'd like to see some bios on these other two applicants. I don't know.
They're in your iPad.
I can't get anything out of my iPad hardly. I
Okay.
don't know what's going, I almost called Jeff yesterday. Anyway,
So that's a motion to table.
yeah.
Second
Let
that.
me,
I have a motion and a second to table. Any further?
You're kind of right on. We're pushing some of these.
Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carries. The good thing about pushing is though is then, you know,
Gives time to, we don't have a lot of time from application time to review 50, 60 applications.
so this will give us some time to reapproach, so. Property Tax Assessment Board of Appeals or Peterboa.
I
Two,
move to reappoint Bill Sellers
And we need,
and yeah, Jim Williams, I mean,
James.
Jim's done a good job on there, him and Bill both.
second,
I have a motion and a second for Mr. Williams and Mr. Sellers. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed. Motion carries. Redevelopment Commission, one.
move to approve Mr. Scott Alexander.
Second.
Motion is second for Mr. Alexander. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. M&Z Fire Protection District Board, Franklin Township, one.
Just need one, Miss Sally Wells, to approve Sally Wells.
Second.
I have a motion second for Ms. Wells. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Burgersville Fire Protection District Board, White River Township.
I'm going to ask Miss Angela Morris if she would fill that seat. I've talked to her and she's interested in it. Ashley is not eligible.
Yeah, Ashley's not.
I'm reluctant to put department heads and some of our departments on these boards. I don't think that we're really getting the general public involved in doing that.
Well, I think in this case too, Angela, we're spreading her out. So
Yeah, she's
far,
on-
she's so busy anyway.
I don't know, then I would move to table because I haven't really done anything on this Robbie Williams.
Yeah, okay.
That's the only other one.
Table.
Second.
Have a motion second to table for further review. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed. Motion carried. Hensley Township Fire Protection District. One,
One
Hold that.
application need
doing a good job.
one, yeah, move to appoint Mr. James Abraham.
Second.
Have a motion second for Mr. Abraham. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed. Motion carries. N needs to be tabled. No applications received unless anybody knows one.
That's,
We always have
that's
trouble
really tough out
Yeah.
there.
on Franklin Township. It is.
Put a deed restriction, everybody buys a house, that's taken. I don't think there's a big area out there.
Motion to table.
Yeah, motion to table.
Second.
We have a motion second to table. For no applicants. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, opposed, motion carries. Needham Fire Protection District, Clark Township, one. So we
I
have-
would nominate Charles Rodenhouse.
I would second Charles Rodenhuis.
Have a motion and a second for Mr. Rodenhuis. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Nineveh Fire Protection District, Town of Princess Lakes. Table this.
We have no apps.
Yep.
What are we doing that? Well, we've had to deal with that before.
Well,
I'd move to table.
Second.
We have a motion second to table. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And just information, what we'll normally do on this, if when we get stuff like this and we have to table, we will make contact with like the fire chiefs and things and see if they can
Get somebody to.
Yeah.
apply.
So
Hey,
if
Adam, this thing won't scroll up anymore.
we get to the bottom. Maybe where you want to make it bigger.
Thank you.
Like I'm at the Geek Squad.
Where he wants it, and then tell him, don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Yeah.
The rest of our no app, so you just do that right there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So where were we?
Your city
City
of
of
Greenwood for White River
Okay,
Township.
City of Greenwood, White River Township.
No applications. I table that also.
Second.
And motion second to table Greenwood for no applicants. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, opposed, motion carries. Okay, White River
For White River Township.
for White River Township.
I move to reappoint Cheryl White.
Second.
Have a motion second for Ms. White. Any further?
Hey, gentlemen. A 2-year and 4-year. Make it a 4-year term.
Because of the Greenwood
Yeah.
board appointment, correct? Because that's switching. So that, we would make that the 4-year term then.
So the White River would be the 4-year.
Yes,
Can we arbitrarily do that right now?
should be able to.
Okay,
Fill
then
the
I would
seat, so.
amend that. Ms. Cheryl White do a 4-year term.
Second.
Have an amendment for a 4-year term for Ms. White. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye and amen.
Opposed, motion carries and amen. Now we've got more to look at. If we could maybe and have Annette contact the chiefs in those areas, and if you don't mind, that's what we normally do, and see if they can help us with that. And they'll usually come up with some people for us. New business. Claims and credit card.
No, I got some claims as usual. Prosecutor's office is Wanamaker Feed and Seed, $44.88. I thought we resolved that, but apparently not. Has anybody got an update on that? No? Okay. Also had the prosecutor's office, they had 3 purchases from Amazon, just said equipment. $71.94, $305.83, and $7,192.
How much was the last amount, Ron?
$7,192, was that for new iPads?
I'll have to look in it and see, but I think that was for computers. I remember them
Yeah,
sending all of you an email requesting an up on the credit card temporary, so I'm assuming that's what they purchased. And these other items are probably related to the new
also. Yeah.
computers, but I'll double check and get back with
I'm
all of
pretty sure
you.
that was it.
yeah, it would help if they would put some detail instead of just equipment. I wasn't aware of it, but Animal Shelter had $90.46 for aquarium supplies. Do we have aquariums out there for fish, or?
They do.
Huh?
They do.
We do.
Well, people come in and have to surrender them occasionally, so.
Beats flushing them. I said that out loud, didn't I?
As someone who keeps aquariums, you're not supposed to flush your fish down the toilet. 'Cause that's how you get invasive species and all sorts of stuff. So
And it
that's the
creates real
appropriate way to
problems
handle
for
it.
people and the fish.
Exactly.
Well, and the reason that I thought I'd point that out is because all fish aren't compatible. So how many aquariums would you have to accommodate a variety of, if you got piranhas as an example, you can't throw them in there with certain things.
You definitely don't want to flush those.
My point is, I think we might be going a little bit overboard in some of these areas that just really we shouldn't be trying to accommodate, but so much for that. Adult probation.
I agree with you 100%.
And and just so everyone knows, Adam and I and Tiffany we've been working on a lot of different things at the animal shelter and what we're doing and some of the procedures we're having, and we're making some changes to make this better. And some of those things, even though we don't want to talk about them, they're decisions that have to be made to make sure that we're taking care of the things that we need to truly take care of. So we will look into
Hope you
that.
take care of this one.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
Under adult probation, they had at Jack's Donuts for $33 and TBRI snacks and bottled water for $272.65. So in my mind, I'm trying to figure out why probation's buying donuts and bottled water. We don't feed those people on probation.
I
would
can't answer that.
assume it's for meetings and things like.
It might
I'm
have-
assuming it's gonna be something grant affiliated, but I will look into it and get you details.
I can't believe we had a grant for food.
We do have
They
in
do,
a
a lot
lot
of
of
them do.
different areas, yes, sir.
And in the health department, Betsy, we had a claim for $290 for Indiana professional lawn.
That's gonna be a vector training for Bob and Andrew went to a class about vector control.
About what?
Vector control.
Through a lawn association?
It was a training for vector control, pest control.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. When I saw a lawn, that just, I know they don't have a yard over there. Thanks, Betsy. Anyway, that's it for me. I always try to get 2 or 3 for the sheriff, but it's coming up at Christmas and I thought I'd just let him slide for another month.
Because he looks so much like Santa or what?
No, because he's a nice.
Grow that beard, Sheriff. I'm telling you. You'd be great with the kids.
I move to approve claims.
Second that.
Have a motion and a second to approve.
We have
claims.
healthy fish this month.
Oh, sounds good for lunch.
Caplingers.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Yeah, I'm glad this is the last meeting of the year. Any public comment?
Did we do
Yeah,
the
minutes.
minutes?
No minutes. How about minutes? Let's
Yeah,
approve
I'm going to
minutes.
approve the minutes.
Second,
Do we know which ones were approved?
12/5/2022.
All right, everybody's paying attention. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now, any public comment? Anything else? Been a long year. Thank you, everyone, for bearing with us and hanging with us. It's been a busy, long year. So bear with us and we'll be back after the first of the year to create more confusion.
Move to adjourn, sir.
Second.
Have a motion,
Merry
second.
Christmas, everybody.
Yes, Merry Christmas. We're adjourned.
It's the